Hello again everyone, welcome back to the Carnival Club as we close in on the fourth and final day of the Melbourne Cup week. And what a week it's been, terrific racing at Flemington. And this is one of the best cards of the year, make no mistake about that. 2 Group 1s, 1 Group 2, 1 Group 3. Of course the 2 Group 1s, the time-honoured Emirates Stakes over a mile, a terrific field this year, particularly with some imported visiting gallopers. And then of course we see one of the great sprinters in Chautauqua line up in the Group 1 Darley Classic. Down the straight 6 over 1,200 metres and some great support races. So the Carnival continues. Let's see if we can close in on some winners to end a massive week and of course look at those markets. Let's start with the Emirates Stakes over the mile and go to the betting.club market. Now these prices will move, so watch those markets when you before you make your bet. Bow Creek is around about the $4.80 favourite. It's a nice wide market in the mile. Magic Artist, who was terrific in the McKinnon, a bit luckless there, around about $5.50. Turn Me Loose, last start winner of the Crystal Mile, is at $6.50. Lucky Hustler right out there at $8. It's been in great form. And A-Rod at $9, of course, back from a flop in the Cox Plate. That's a big price at $9. Disposition, last start winner at $9. Politeness, who's flying at the moment, she's out there at $13. That's how strong this race is. He or she at $18. We won't go any further than that. You can see from that market at the betting club that some of these horses have been in blistering form, yet are big prices. That's how much depth and quality there is in the Emirates Stakes. I mentioned Bow Creek at the top, a wide favourite. This is a stallion imported. It was a big second in the Crystal Mile. Its last 100 metres was fabulous. If it repeats that, going to be very hard to stop. The horse I'm going to go with here is Magic Artist. You recall it dashed up on the fence. It was a hot rail that day, of course back on Derby Day, but it flew home along the fence and was pretty luckless in the McKinnon. And I think this is a horse, of course, trained by Andreas Waller, the great German trainer, who is on the up. And I think that's plenty for me, $5.50 Magic Artist in a very competitive race. I'm going to put it on top to win. I think Lucky Hustler's terrific value. Didn't quite finish off at the Valley, but is the Toorak winner, and I think is suited here at Flemington, particularly over the miles at Gun Trip. So I think at the big price, Lucky Hustler to run second, and I'll leave Bow Creek in for third. So that's the way I see it. Magic Artist on top to beat Lucky Hustler and Bow Creek for third in a super renewal of the Emirates Stakes. We'll go now to the Group 1 Darley Classic down the straight over 1,200 metres, and Chautauqua, what a horse. The Group 2 Gilgai winner, a brilliant win from the back in the Group 1 Manicato. It's the $1.60 favourite at betting.club, massive gap to the rest. $8 Terra Vista, $9.50 Shrakandi, who's super consistent. Lemosti, big watch, scratched from Thursday on Oaks Day and saved for a tougher one in the Group 1 is $12. And I don't think you could ever believe that you'd see horses like Boban at $15 and buffering even longer around the $16 mark. But who's going to beat Chautauqua? I doubt anyone can. I think we're looking at the best sprinter in the world. Certainly the figures and the performance says that. And probably his best form is down the straight, whether he's won or not. So look, Chautauqua, watch that price. $1.60 at the moment, might get longer, but steam in and have Chautauqua to win the Darley Classic. I think Lemosti's flying. She was brilliant first up in a dead heat first, should have won that race. She holds form and is good second up, and I think as the Quinella horse here is a standout for me, and she's a big price, Lemosti. I'm going to leave that as the Quinella. That's my selection. If you're looking for one to run third, I'd probably put Boban in to run third. But for me, it's a pretty clear cut. Chautauqua to win the Darley Classic, and the hardest to beat will be Lemosti. Let's go now to the Group 2 Matriarch Stakes over 1,200 metres. Very competitive mares race. Let's go to the market. It's pretty wide. Ballet Suite at around about the $4.60. Out you go to Lucia Valentina, who's back from the Caulfield Cup at $7. We'll see if Zarzali starts. Of course, it was a winner on Cup Day, maybe on the quick backup. It's around the $8 mark in early betting. Watch that market if it goes around. Manageress at 9, Ungrateful Ellen at 10, Ponderosa Miss 11, Casino Dancer 14, Imperial Lass 16, Thunder Lady for John Sargent right out there at $18. So some pretty above average mares out there at big prices. It's a fairly deep renewal of the Matriarch. The one I like is Ballet Suite right at the top. I thought it was a very nice closing fourth in the Group 3 Tessio at Moonee Valley. That was over the mile. And Ascadelia comes out of that race, and that's pretty good form. And I think the step up now to 2,000 metres is perfect for Ballet Suite. Got it on top. Look, you can box any number in behind to run the second and third, but one I want to mention here that's right out in the market, Ring the Bell. had no luck at Moonee Valley. It's been competing in weaker races, but really coming to hand nicely. No luck at the Valley. This is much tougher, of course. It will go around at 50 to 1. So all you each way punters who like something small, have something on Ring the Bell in the Group 2 Matriarch. And I say, outside of Ballet Suite, a good one for the exotics. Box your trifectas, first fours at betting.club, and you might win big. But certainly very keen, Ballet Suite to win the Group 2 Matriarch. And finally, the last of the group races, all the group races over the Melbourne Cup week, is the Group 3 Queen's Cup. It's early in the card, over 2,600 metres. Not a lot of chances here. The Godolphin horse that's been running overseas in the UK, Secret Number, is a narrow early favourite at betting.club, $2.70. Dandino, very strong, getting home for second in the Geelong Cup, $2.80. Small gap out to Beaten Up, who's a real warrior stayer at $5. They're the only three in single figures. You've got $10 Bonfire, $10 Bowl Sniper, longer the rest. Not a deep race. I think one of the top two will win. Secret Number is an interesting runner because it was a last start winner in a race in the UK at Cheshire, only at listed level. Its higher group form is solid without being brilliant, and for that reason I'm pretty keen on Dandino. I think if you can get close to $3, I'd be zooming into that. It was very strong getting home hard behind Al Moonkith in the Geelong Cup, and will be good at Flemington, probably looking for the longer trip now, so I'm very keen. Dandino to win the Group 3 Queen's Cup, step into that big time to beat Secret Number, and I'll leave the old boy Beaten Up, who's very solid and consistent. Of course, was a big second in the Matriarch 2 runs back. Leave it in for third, but I think it's one of the better bets on the final day of the Cup week. Dandino at, as I say, around about that $2.80. You might get a fraction more, but I think you can back it with confidence in the Queen's Cup. So that's our look at the big four group races on Stakes Day and Darley Classic Day coming up this Saturday at Flemington. Stick around with the Carnival Club. We hope you've had a fabulous week, and as I say, watch those prices. They move around, and we hope you have another big winning day right here at the Betting Club. I'm Neil Evans. I'll see you next time.